President Trump says he must have Greenland. European leaders have hit back, accusing US of behaving like a bully, but Trump is not backing away. Before heading to Davos for the World Economic Forum, Trump was asked how far he was willing to go for Greenland. Trump replied, "You'll find out." But he also struck a hopeful tone when asked if he was willing to risk the breakup of NATO to take control of Greenland. Trump said US and NATO would eventually reach an agreement on the future of Greenland, but he quickly reiterated the need to acquire Greenland.
It's very interesting question. So I think something's going to happen that's going to be very good for everybody. Nobody's done more for NATO than I have, as I said before, in every way. I think that we will work something out where NATO is going to be very happy and where we're going to be very happy. But we need it for security purposes. We need it for national security and even world security. It's very important.
European leaders presented a united front before an expected showdown in Davos. French President Emmanuel Macron called out Trump's bullying. Macron told the World Economic Forum he preferred respect and rule of law instead of bullying and brutality.
And here in the epicenter of this continent, we do believe that we need more growth, we need more stability in this world. But we do prefer respect to bullies, we do prefer science to plotism, and we do prefer rule of law to brutality. You're welcome in Europe, and you are more than welcome to France.
France has also called for NATO to hold an exercise in Greenland and says it was ready to contribute. Troops from several European countries are already participating in training exercises in Greenland. Greenland's Prime Minister warned citizens that the use of military force could not be ruled out. He asked them to be prepared for everything.
It is not likely that there will be a use of military force, but it has not been ruled out yet. This leader from the other side has made it very clear that it is not ruled out. And therefore, we must of course be prepared for everything. But we must emphasize that Greenland is part of the Western Alliance, NATO, and if there is further escalation, it will also have consequences for the entire outside world.
Former NATO chief and former Danish Prime Minister Anders Rasmussen has also urged Europe to hit back hard if Trump goes ahead with tariffs on allies.
And I think time has now come for Europe to stand up against this Trumpism. The time for flattering is over. It doesn't work. The fact is, Trump only respects force and strength and unity. And that's exactly what Europe should demonstrate right now.
Meanwhile, Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda proposed that sharing responsibility for the security of the Arctic and the North Atlantic could provide a way out of the standoff. But as Trump was in the air headed to Davos, his Treasury Secretary had an advice for Europe: take a deep breath. Scott Bessent said that Europeans should avoid reflexive anger and bitterness. Bessent asked them to sit down with the US president to listen to his arguments.